Hello, hello, everybody. Come in. Grab a plate of Hearths cookies and pull up a seat. Let's get this party started. Yes, every pony gather around.
Hey there, every pony. Thanks for having me over, Shutterbug. I must say your place looks nice and festive. How did you get so many lights outside your house?
Yeah, I know it's not much of a party, but I really don't have a lot of friends, nor do I have a lot of family. And I gotta make the most out of what little I have this time of year.
Hello, this is BlueStar, Defender of Equestria! Oh, sorry, Force of Habit. But anyway, this is a beautiful party, and I just love this time of year. The snow, the decorations, the food, the music, the singing. Oh no, wait, I might have to sing? Oh no, I always sing so low. So low that no pony can hear.
Oh, that was my grandfather's favorite joke too. You and him had the same sense of humor. I knew there was a reason I liked you. It's like Applejack said when she visited Manhattan to try and help out Coco Pomel. You got to do the most you can with what little you have, and even the smallest contribution goes a long way. So I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you for coming. You know, speaking of hearths warming, I just heard from Applejack and Pinkie Pie about the adventure that they had visiting Pinkie Pie's family. The day started out like any other, with Twilight and Spike hanging up the hearth-warming dolls over the fireplace mantel, when Pinkie Pie literally dropped in for a visit and started talking with Twilight and Spike. She was joined by Applejack, who informed the princess that she and Pinkie Pie were heading up to Pinkie Pie's family's rock farm to celebrate the holidays with the Apple family. Applejack, being a rather traditional pony, was disapproving of the fact that Spike wanted to open his hearthwarming presents a day early. But Twilight explained that they have traditions a little bit different from every pony else, and ever since Spike's first hearthwarming, she's been allowing him to open a present early each hearthwarming eve. With the train whistle a-calling, Applejack and Pinkie Pie headed off to the station to meet with the rest of the Apple family. They got on the train and remembered all about how the holiday is all about three tribes that didn't get along, and how their not getting along attracted the Wendigos, how Equestria was freezing over with feet upon feet of snow and coldness, and it wasn't until the ponies came together in friendship that the warmth of their love chased away the Wendigos, and that we celebrate this occasion every year with a flag raising, the gathering of friends and family, and some traditional songs. After getting off at the train station at the rock farm, Pinkie Pie and the others were greeted by Maud, who took them to the rock farm where they met the rest of the Pie family. Pinkie Pie introduced the Apple family to the other members of the Pie family, older sister Limestone Pie and younger twin sister Marble Pie, as well as her father Igneous Rock Pie and her mother Cloudy Quartz. It took the Apple family and the Pie family a while to warm up to each other. The Pies did things quite differently, having rock soup instead of the traditional mega feast that the Apple family was accustomed to, and making hearthwarming dolls out of rocks instead of crocheting them like the Apple family was used to. Yeah, these families all had completely different traditions, and the traditions continued to bump heads as Pinkie Pie introduced Applejack to yet another strange Pie family tradition, hunting for rocks to determine who put the Equestria flag up on Holder's Boulder, the centerpiece of the rock farm, instead of the more traditional flagpole that the Apple family was expecting. On top of all this, it was revealed that Pinkie Pie's family's traditions involved a contest that had them hiding presents and trying to find them, with the presents often being so well hidden that no pony ever found any presents and rarely got presents. This upset Applejack to some extent, enough that she felt she had to introduce the Pie family to the Apple family's more traditional traditions and give them what she considered to be a real housewarming. But the Pie family didn't really take to this very well, and Limestone kind of lost her temper over the situation. To make matters worse, the Equestria flagpole had been put on a fault line, and that had damaged Holder's Boulder, the prized centerpiece of the entire rock farm, and caused it to fall down into a cliff. With the final insult being dealt, it was time for the apples to be sent packing, but not before Pinkie Pie and Applejack had a little try in the old mine over how badly they'd both messed things up. On the train ride home, Granny Smith recapped the story of why Holder's Boulder was important and why the Pies had their special traditions. When Applejack realized that the Pie family traditions were their traditions and she was wrong for trying to change their traditions, she backtracked back to the Pie family rock farm and helped them move Holder's Boulder back into its place of honor. With the Pies and the Apples finally realizing that they had something special together, they had one last party inside, celebrating all of the things that made them different and all of the things that brought them together as one big happy family. They finally got along, and some got along a little more than others. And that's the photo of today. Now, that's my Applejack and Pinkie Pie story about how their traditions were different and yet in some ways the same. And even though they had different traditions, they were all allowed to celebrate Housewarming Eve differently. So, tell me, what exactly is it that all of you ponies celebrate differently? Artsy, why don't you go first? Tell us about some of your traditions.
Alright, my Christmas, or as we ponies say, hearthwarming traditions are pretty straightforward. My grandpa, uncle, and aunt all come over and we feast on ham, stuffing, potatoes, and all kinds of other tasty treats.
That sounds delicious. What else do you do?
We exchange gifts and talk about whatever random topics comes to mind. It can get pretty crazy, but in a good way. I don't usually get to see my aunt and uncle very often since they live out of town, so it's always great getting to catch up with them. Other than family traditions, Christmas is a great time to spoil all of my friends and be super extra cheesy with all my affection towards them.
Funny you should say that. You may get cheesy with your affection, but sometimes Pinkie Pie gets affectionatey with her cheesy, if you know what I mean.
I tend to go a little bit overboard sometimes. It's always fun picking up presents and drawing things I know that they'll like and just spreading some extra cheer. How about your guys' holiday traditions?
Yeah, about my hearthwarming traditions. As you can see, I don't really celebrate things the same way as every pony else. We don't have a pole or even a tree to put our flag on, not even so much as a giant egg-shaped boulder. What we have is this thing over here. It doesn't look like much, but it's what we have room for, and It's what we decorate every year. And out on the lawn, we like to put up these wooden gift boxes that represent presents. Sort of a reminder of what the true meaning of the season really is. And of course we have our hearth-warming dolls, although we don't have a hearth or a mantle or even so much as a fireplace, so we just have to put them up on the counter. We decorate with the same kind of festive things, even if some of the decorations around this place are perhaps a little untraditional. They still capture the theme of what we go for every year.
That sounds like loads of fun. How about you, Blue Star? What does your family do around the holidays?
This is just a wonderful time of year where every pony is just so happy and full of joy. I just love it. Yo! Reminds me when I was just a little colt and we used to have these, celebrations with all my family, and it was just so nice. And in some ways, I'm kind of sad those days are gone. However, now I get to celebrate it with all my friends, so yo, it's just such a beautiful time of year, and it reminds me of why I want to defend Equestria. It's just so touching. Oh, sorry, I was just tearing up a little bit. Don't pay no attention to that. Anyway, it was a nice party, and it's just so nice. And it's so nice to see every pony having a good time. Yo!
I'm not really sure if this counts as a quote-unquote tradition, but my birthday is 3 days before Christmas as well. It's always a very hectic yet incredibly fun time of the year.
Must be hard having that birthday right before the holidays, but you know what? Happy birthday, even if it is a few days late. I'll have to get you a gift certificate to Sugar Cube Corner later.
What would you say is your favorite part about the holidays?
Traditions I like doing? I like to watch some of my favorite movies every year. I enjoy a good showing of the Love Hina Holiday Special. I like watching Emmett Otter, and I like to try and get out to take some festive pictures every time of the year as well.
My favorite part of the holidays is just spreading that little bit of extra happiness around to everyone. It's great to spread smiles around every day of the year, but there's just something about that warm, fuzzy feeling you get around Christmas time that makes it all the more special. And oh gosh, that is so cheesy, I know. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I hope your holiday season is a great one. Here's to a fun and fabulous 2016.
Hear, hear, to a fun and fabulous 2016. Celestia bless us every pony. Well, it was a nice party after all. All of my friends were there, even if some of them were a little bit too party-pooped to participate in the festivities and just sort of crashed on the couch. But we were all there, all in our festive holiday sweaters, our fuzzy warm hats, our nice winter scarves, our whatever it is you're wearing. I really loved Blue Star's holiday festive hearth-warming armor. The red really made me feel like it was that special time of year. And Heartsy looked real pretty in what she had on as well. It was a fun time, and I'm sure other ponies all over Equestria are doing their own thing to celebrate in all slightly different ways. At the end of the night, we all enjoyed some singing and dancing and had some good fun. Hope you all are having fun as well. Happy hearth warming every pony, and to every pony a good night.